Hey, welcome. Happy Monday. Yeah, it's the Angel Channel, and we're off on another adventure. Happy to be practicing again tonight with my friends and new acquaintances as well. And I hope that everybody gets a charge out of tonight, like I'm going to. I think we've got a really good show for you tonight. Helen, nice to see you. Always good. Always good to have you along for the ride. We have a bunch of different things to talk about tonight. First of all, uh, tomorrow night on Be in the Light show, I've got my friends Patty and Prata, who are Tibetan bowl masters and have been on the path of meditation and personal growth and involvement for many years. And they have graciously, about 2 years ago, they invited me to the Tibetan bowl meditation that they hold every Friday. And it's a half an hour, and Prata plays the bowls for 5 minutes, and then there's 5 minutes of silence, another 5 minutes of bowls, another silence, bowls, silence. And it is just a really moving experience for me. And kind of like our little group here is creating its own energetic connection. I have that with the guys on Friday too. So they have graciously agreed to appear tomorrow night. The subject of the show tomorrow night on Being the Light will be meditation. We'll be talking about a bunch of different techniques. You know, it's like you often get it. What's the right way to meditate? Well, whatever works for you. And we're going to throw out a bunch. I'll have a bunch of. I'm going to reprise the Bardon companion methods of meditation, which were the ones that actually got me. And I talked about that last week, and we'll actually get into doing a few of those. And Patty and Prata will bring a few of their favorites as well. Prata has a YouTube channel as well in search of, oh God. Well, they'll tell you tomorrow night. And actually, he has a show up on meditation that we'll share a link with you tomorrow night too. So excited to have them with us, and please show up. We're going to do a variation of our Friday morning scenario. We're going to do a guided meditation, and then the bowls, guided meditation, bowls, guided meditation. Then we'll close the show out and leave everybody in the ozone to enjoy the rest of their evening. So look forward to that. Please be around. I'll send out links in the morning like I always do. And if anyone's getting annoyed with me sending stuff to their messenger, just send me hey, stop. And I'm good. I always get a little reticent about like invading people's direct messenger, but what the heck. And then next week, I've got Jessica Schrademan, one of my old friends and somebody that I admire and have watched grow into this gnarly beast of a creative lawyer. When I first met Jess, she's one of those few people I can't really call up anyone else at the moment, but she's one of those few people that's half artist and half like logical lawyer. And she's found a way to combine those into a really amazing practice, Schrademan Law. And she specializes in intellectual property. So we're going to be talking about copyrights, and the theme for that show will be proactive rather than reactive, and some words that she's chosen to live by that have done her in good stead. So we'll share that as well. So, with the whole advent of the AI thing, the AI revolution is happening so fast that a lot of the old rules about copyrights, how to protect your work, what even is your work, lots and lots of questions swirling around about that. And I look forward to a lively and energetic conversation with Jess about that. So put that on your calendar, and I'll be sending out links for you as well. That'll be next Tuesday night. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I have to give kudos to my erstwhile producer and fellow seeker of the light, Jacob P. Decker. And he finally stayed with this thing, man. And he just did it and did it and did it. And this thing is finally done. This is a resin mold of an actual quartz crystal. And we've been discovering, actually, Jilly kind of turned me on to this. The orgs that are kind of popular in certain circles right now are made out of this clear resin. And Jilly made me a bunch of different orgs. These little guys here, and they have different metals and little stones and a couple of these things that are like generator tubes. Really, 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 really nice. So anyway, what I've discovered in working on them myself is that the resin holds a charge amazingly well. And if you pour a lot of juice in it and really jack it up, it bleeds it very, very slowly, like way slower than a quartz crystal. So you don't have to go and rebump it and do all that kind of stuff. So we were discussing, I wanted to teach Jacob how to do the sigils and really get him in deep. So we came up with an idea for doing a crystal that is about abundance. And each one of these little sigils, what's cool and unexpected is how it becomes 3D with the sigil behind it. But each one of these crystals or sigils relates to an aspect of abundance, whether that's wealth or knowledge or spiritual connection or love, all of them. So there's 6 different ones. And he just completed this today. I have to give him major kudos. He stuck through the whole process and is pretty much I wouldn't go so far to say master yet, but he is well on the way to being one and has really run and taken off. Oh, look at that. Right? Woo! So that's a combo of those 2 aspects of the crystal. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so you connect the dots and you've got a whole new zone. And then you've got this stuff over here on the side too. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Hey to my friends. Grace, good to see you as always. Yeah. Thank you for sharing time with us again. Leah, how you doing? Hey, I've got on my special turquoise mala that I want to brag about. Leah made this for me a while back, and it's one of my real special favorites. I usually let it hang down low, but you couldn't see the cool skull. So anyway, so we are going to be going into production on these. I'm going to actually charge this one up and see if I can make it work. And like, if all of a sudden I'm living on a yacht, you're good. So we're talking about how much to charge for them. They're pretty labor intensive. We don't have any like mechanical factory sort of setup up, but hopefully we'll be able to make them affordable. And next week we'll start offering those, and you'll be able to get them on the Wizard of Oz site from Shopify. So awesome job, Jacob. Kudos. Can't tell you enough. There were so many steps of this, getting it right to the end for it to be perfect. And now it's like, look how beautiful that is. All shiny and gorgeous. Yep. This is due for some light painting photography too. So we'll be getting to that next. On the subject of light painting, Jacob, do you mind bringing up those pictures? I've got a new angel deck in the works that I started at the beginning of this show, and I've been doing light paintings of our angels along the way. And I started constructing, putting them in kind of like the structure that I put the angel cards in now, and I'm pretty darn psyched. I can't wait to see these all finished. Yeah, that's one of the seraphim. Yeah, the three circles and the three sets of wings that wrap up the God of light, the light of God. Yeah, I'm really digging these. Hey, can you zoom into that one a little bit? Kind of big? Even bigger. Go ahead. Be bold. There you go. Yeah, but kind of breaks down a little bit. The zoom back out. Yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, the texture in those and the actual little beings that are in the center of that, like they're really coming out nice. So I'm super grateful for the angelic inspiration through this whole project and through the show. I'm amazed at how much this is becoming a magical event. Yeah, these are pretty fun. So hopefully by the end of the show, um, I'll have a new light painting deck. Yeah, this one is one of my favorites by far. I love this shot so much. It just that's yeah, that's how they appear to me. I'm gonna bring up some paintings from about 30 years ago when I first got my bowls and started doing some watercolors of different angels, and they have that kind of diaphanous. It's like their energy that's in the central core, and then the wings are not actually feathers, but just this diaphanous energy that I could stare at for hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah. Yeah, let's go by that one. I think that's a repeat. I think they're done, actually. Okay. So I wanted to bring up a health thing I'm getting ready to do myself and throw it out there as a challenge to anybody who would want to join along with me. And I don't know if any of you have done any fasting, but I'm getting ready to do a 3-day fast myself. And it is a kind of, I don't do it super often. I try to do it once a year, twice a year. And there are a number of reasons for doing it. After the first 24 hours of fasting, your body starts consuming all of the dead cells, the damaged cells, the old cells, and starts replacing all of those. So as you continue along, your body's eating all the goop and replacing it with good. And you just wind up having this really refreshed, amazing feeling starting to build. And at the end of 72 hours, it's a thing called autophagy, where that process has had an opportunity to bloom fully, and everything that's in you is pretty much in a refreshed, renewed state. You know, your cells are always growing and sloughing, and to have a concentrated zone like that where you cleanse your body, it's pretty amazing. Now, I have to tell you, when my teacher first brought up the idea of fasting, I was not all that good with it at all. And then he went 72 hours, and I went, yeah, bullshit. You think that's going to happen, right? Because all right, just do 24. I went, okay, man, and went ahead and went for it. So the gig is, you can have one avocado a day. So I cut an avocado in half, and I had half for lunch and half for dinner. Avocado doesn't really have a lot of caloric intake, so it's not like your body is getting food to process. It's just something you can put in your stomach that like keeps it feeling like, oh yeah, I had dinner. And you can drink lots of water, no juice, no anything like that, no fruits, no foods, just the water and the avocado. So your body is on a clock, and it knows when it wants to eat. It knows, and it starts getting ready to tell you, yeah, what are we going to have for dinner? So the first night, as you go by dinner time, your body is saying, hey, bro, I need to eat here, man. What's going on here? We're going to starve. I'm going to fall over tomorrow. I won't have any energy. And if you just keep your distance and you get by an hour or so, you'll notice that that kind of hunger pang starts to lessen because you really aren't all that hungry. We eat too much food. And what's really happening is your mind is telling you that, yeah, you need to eat. So it's causing all kinds of ruckus in your body. All right. So you keep going by that. And about 18, 20 hours, I was going, man, I don't know if I can make it. And past 20 hours, like the shift started to happen. And I was like, man, I don't need that at all. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling really good. I got this mental clarity that was over the top. And my energy level, rather than feeling all sluggish, like, oh my God, if I don't eat, I'm just going to die. It was exactly the opposite. And I started getting peppy and I was, wow, this is really very cool. So I had only committed to 24 hours, but I felt so good and I was starting to get the effects of that. And I went, okay, let's ride it up to 36. I'm always making deals with myself. It's the only way I make it through. So I make it to 36 hours and I am golden, man. I'm like, wow, if I'd known about this, I would have done this a long, long, long time ago. And I'm sitting there at 36 going, wow, do you really want to quit? And I went, no, well, I'm going for it. So I did the whole 72 hours. And I have to tell you, past that first 14, 15 hours, it was a breeze. And the results of that, after that week, I was like inspired. I had like this mental clarity that I just was reveling in. And my body felt renewed and just energetic. And I was really ready to take on the world. So I would offer that up as a challenge or an opportunity, actually not a challenge, but an opportunity for you to come along with us. And I'd love to, if you decide to do it, I'd love to get some input on how it works out for you. Past that, there's something called intermittent fasting. And that's where you fast for certain lengths of time during the day, and then you eat at different times during the day, and you kind of reset your cycle. And you when you don't eat for 3 days, you do start to lose some weight, which is a cool feeling too. I don't know about you, but when I'm getting heavy and I'm like eating too much and my body's swelling and my skin is stretching and I'm like, and I can't walk and I can't see my feet. I don't like that feeling. And when it starts to deflate and you kind of feel like, oh my goodness, man, I don't feel like I'm Harry Potter's ant floating off into the air. I love that feeling. And so that really got started, at the end of the third day. I think I'd lost about 6 or 7 pounds. And the intermittent fasting is a really great way to pick up on that and keep that going and really get down to your fighting weight and feel, looking good is cool. That's all nice. But the way you feel when you lose all that extra tonnage that you carry around, and no one knows that more than me, man. I've told the story. I won't belabor it, but I guess about 17 years ago now, I went to the hospital weighing 400 pounds in an imminent diabetic coma state. And, losing that weight as I made a commitment to my teacher at the beginning of that he would help me and I would do my part and, going out and losing at least 100 pounds. And, man, as that started, I took that commitment really seriously. So I got right on it. And really quickly, I started losing this tonnage and I started shrinking back in. I could see my body parts. I could see my feet again and other parts of myself that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I realized that at the end of that, I think I lost like 165 pounds and I started at like 380. And man, I realized that I had been walking around with another person. I was like carrying a whole nother person. And the amount of energy that released back for my access was just over the top and crazy beyond words. So we'll talk about fasting as it goes. I'll let you know how mine went next week, and we'll see what happens. Autophagy, it's good. Okay, what do you say we get down to business? Yeah, all right. Let's start with a yummy, super yummy, good grounding and cleansing. And let's get our light bodies all nice and fresh and bright and sparkly. I ground any negative energy of any kind. Get up there and start at the top of your head and push down through your energy and give it oomph. Don't just think about it. Take your energy and push. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Scrape it all the way down your body, out through your feet and down into the ground. We're cleaning our fourth band, our energy interface. Ground any negative energy of any kind, my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Ooh, connected tonight. All right, this is the one to really put some juice in. I ground any emotional goo. I ground any negative emotional goo. I ground any negative emotional goo of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. And push through this one. You want to ground it all. Any negative emotional energy, anger, rage, pain, resentment, apathy, guilt, fear in all its forms and faces. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of not being loved, fear of others' opinions, fear of the dark, fear of your shadow. I ground any negative emotional goo of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. All the way into the earth. I ground any negative mental energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Pay particular close attention to your temples and your forehead. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any unused patterned energy, negative thoughts of any kind, circle thinking, obsessive thinking, negative thoughts directed from others to me, negative thoughts sent to other people, and the word of the day, gossip, gossip, gossip. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Shut your lip. And be free. All the way. Wow, it's intense tonight, man. I ground any blockages in the material world. I ground any negative blockages in the material world. I ground any negative blockages in the material world of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I remove any negative material blockages to my job, blockages involving my home, my car, my possessions, blockages related to finances, blockages related to finances. I remove and ground any blockages related to finances. And I remove any blockages related to health and my physical body. Scrape it clean. I remove any blockages related to my physical health. Okay, let's do a charge up. I want you to reach down really deep into the earth, right at the core. Bright blue, electric, crackly. Have you ever seen a Tesla coil with this just crackly blue? It's all over down there. And that stuff is just pure, unadulterated, untainted by any other intent or energy, pure creative potential. So now that we've gotten ourselves all clean, all sparkly, we're going to fill up all of that empty room with that energy. So stick those straws, those long pipes on the bottom of your feet, stick it all the way down to the center of the earth. And with each breath, draw up that crackly blue energy. And when you're really pulling it, you can feel it running up your legs. So let's begin. And keep going until you get your tell. Mine is goosebumps. Jen, welcome. Draw. Connect it to your breath. Keep pulling it up. Each time you can pull more. And you're pulling it right into your solar plexus. And you're taking that ball of energy and you're making it bigger and bigger and bigger. Keep drawing that energy. Get focused for a second and actually be there. Yeah, that's it. Connect. Draw. Fill yourself up. Ball's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, keep going for a second. Keep filling yourself up. I know you can do more. It'll make you feel so good. Yeah. All right. Let's take that energy now that's like just boiling like the sun, bigger than you. It's like the biggest thing. It's like this huge sphere, and you've got some legs and a head sticking up out of it. And just like the sun has been casting out these crazy prominences, I want you to just take that energy, as bright as it is, and push it out into your light body, into your aura. And you can connect it to your breath if you want to, just like you did with pulling it in with an intake. You can push out into your aura with an outtake. And just do that 3 or 4 times. Just push up from your core and just brighten up your light body. So pretty. Anybody get their colors from last week? All right. Now that we're all clean, we're going to go spend some time with the angels. So we're going to create some sacred space. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. I banish and clean this space. Yeah. I make this place pure. We're happy to come together, our group of friends and seekers. And we ask that we create sacred space, blessed and consecrated, pure in its light, a place of safety and learning. And we ask that the angels be with us tonight, our birthday angels, our angel of the evening, Pahaliah. And I ask that our ears be open to hear, and our eyes be open to see, and our mind be open to understanding. And as always, as pieces of the source, we give our love, our gratitude, and our wish for bliss to the source. Always feels so yummy and crackly. I love it. Okay. Jacob, bring up our card for the evening, will you? The Angel of Redemption, Angel Pahaliah. Now go back to that one for just a second. Yeah, this is an angel that's still associated with the Two of Cups, as you can see. And the Two of Cups is that spot where, like, love has begun to spark, and further exploration of that love is on the scene. So as you look at the angel, kind of like, for me, the angel shows up at right in the middle of the card at the very top. And you see the wings and the hands kind of outstretched, and the rest of the kind of crew around. And this angel is about opening up your ability to understand your spiritual journey, and to clarify and broaden and expand your knowledge of your spiritual path. So if anybody's out there thinking about getting started, this is a really good angel to team up with to help you get going, and to really open up some avenues to you in a really deep way. The other really cool thing about this angel is that it's the angel of the knowledge of good and evil. So understanding those two things, understanding the polarities of the world and the universe, is a really key factor to being able to maintain your balance. So that's a really amazing thing too. And as the name of the angel would imply, Angel of Redemption, this angel is about deliverance and helping you out of some sticky situations in the world, but also in your spiritual growth, and helping you be closer to God and the source. So pretty amazing. All right, Jacob, could you go ahead? Yeah, thanks. Control your emotions. You let your empathy run away with you until you are lost in each other's feelings. You forget whose feelings are whose. You want to take on healing everyone you meet. God. Conflicts and intense misunderstanding throw your relationships out of order. Your ego demands that it is right and digs in, making you brittle and inflexible. If you are too possessive or too demanding in a relationship, your own pride will destroy love. The protection of your ego is an illusion, and not worth the price you will have to pay. Everything cannot be perfect all the time, and an all or nothing attitude will deprive you of what you need. Try not to repress your emotions, but learn to experience and let them flow through you. Learn to emotionally resurrect and recharge yourself. You are capable of experiencing great joy, even in the direst of times. And I think that's the key to enlightenment. I think that's what that's all about. God knows the last month has been the universe. I've been talking a lot about that. My color changed about 6 months ago. I've been living in a kind of different zone. I really have had this inner happiness that doesn't require anything outside me to cue it in. I've been in this really balanced, centered, nothing has really rocked me off my center too much. So I've been really happy about that. And I've been talking a lot about that. I've talked about that on this show and with my other meditation groups and stuff. And it's like the universe showed up to give me a final exam and just boom, boom, bazooka shot after bazooka shot. Like tons of my stuff broke, like all these things that, um, money stuff and like, the world, just the world in general, all came calling at one little stretch of time. And you know what? It didn't get me. That happiness that's inside you is not reactive, it's proactive. It emanates from you. And, you know, I was making this analogy this weekend, man. It was like my fire hasn't gone out, but it's kind of like a little campfire instead of a big roaring bonfire. And I love the big roaring bonfire, but the campfire is really warm and has light, and I can cook my food, and it's all good too. And sometimes the world dictates that's where your fire can be, but it never goes out, and it never stops being centered with itself and connected to the knowledge that you are a piece of the source, always connected to the source, never alone, never without power. And if you just hold your faith and your belief in what you believe in, it's easy to talk and it's easy to be in a cool space when everything's running hunky dory. But when it's not, that's the test of how you really believe with that energy. And that connection will never let you down, even when it looks like it's going to, and that's kind of the key to that. So anybody want oh, Jilly, glad to have you back. Yeah, I'm glad that the whole crew's here tonight, man. I feel so happy. I actually, yeah, I love you guys, man. It's really a great group. I really love it. Anybody looking for a live reading, go ahead and send me your request, and we'll get to them towards the end of the show. I'm going to do a guided meditation right now, and we're going to do a chakra meditation, and we're going to get a really nice blank space with lots of energy swirling around, and we're going to draw that energy up through each one of our chakras and get really charged up and be ready for the week. Okay, so before we begin, let's do a nice 4-4-4 breathing exercise. Let's start with 3 nice cleansing breaths, deeply in through your nose and out through the mouth. Let's begin. Inhale, really nice and deep. Fill it up as much as you can. Out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. On this last one, on the exhale, push it off really hard so you don't have any more air, and you push it a little bit more. Really super deep inhale. Really pack it in there. A little more. Exhale with force. Every bit. Excellent. All right, so the breathing exercise that we're going to do is a 4-4-4 count sequence. It will be 4 breaths in that I'll count off. It'll be 4 breaths holding at that breath. And I'm going to count that as the word exhale and the word inhale as a 2 count in that 4. So it'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. And make sure that you wait and hold all the way through the word and don't start exhaling or inhaling until I begin the next count. Okay. We're going to do 8 sequences of those. And let's begin. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rest. All right, we're in black space. Beautiful, beautiful black space. Standing straight up. Arms at your side. And there's beautiful swirling energy. They look like little strips of streamer paper. And they're all white. Beautiful glowing energy. And you're like in the swirling cloud of this energy. The energy begins to gather. And begins its own spiral in through your root chakra at the base of your spine. And coming out of the bowl is a focused column of red light. And that light enters your root chakra from below. And you feel grounded and connected to the environment and the world around you. And the energy flows up to your second chakra, your sacral chakra. And this is where you become aware of your body, your pleasure centers, your sexual connection. And you feel the energy rush from the root chakra up into the second chakra and spreading out into your body. And it makes you feel alive and aware, and that you're fully in your body. And from there, that energy flows to your solar plexus. The bright, glowing sun in the middle of your body. And now that energy is a brilliant golden yellow, full of warmth and vitality. And this is where your strength and your energy source lives. And it grows, and your solar plexus is still glowing like the sun. And that energy infuses out in all directions, up through your body, completely consuming your body at 360 degrees. And that energy makes you feel invincible because you are. And as it flows upward, it's now green, a beautiful live green. And it flows into your heart chakra, taking all of that vitality and energizing your emotional well-being, balanced and centered, radiating love, and receiving love in return. And your emotions don't overwhelm you. They're beautifully centered. And the joy and the bliss and the perfection of that state of being flows into your throat chakra. And the connection and the ability to connect emotionally with people from the heart chakra flows into your ability to communicate and express your connection to others, to express your ideas, to say what you feel and mean, to say what's true to you. And flowing up from your throat chakra into your real eye You have two eyes to look and one eye to see. And this beautiful indigo opens that vision, takes the blinders off, and connects you to the universal knowledge. Opens your intuition, opens your clairvoyance, opens your ability to see. And now that you understand with broader vision and your connection to the universal mind, it flows to your crown chakra. Bright purple, beautiful lavender rays of energy exploding up out of the crown of your head. Connecting, sending out in all directions, receiving back the violet ray that people talk about. And now the full spectrum of your colors are balanced and energized, and everything is flowing in a beautiful, perfect circuit. You're still floating. And your body is now just on fire with energy. And you're now equipped and ready to go and face the world again. And you've come back slowly to reality. Well, maybe. Maybe that was the reality. Slowly you come back and just bask in that energy. Sometimes it's hard to come back from those journeys right away. Jen, gotcha. Jen, focus for me. We're still really connected. So focus really good. Right in front of my face, like stare me right in the eye and send me what you want. Always juice them up. Words of wisdom for my friend Jen. Words of wisdom for my friend Jen. Words of wisdom for my friend Jen. Number 49, Jacob. Angel of elevation and grandeur. This is a good one. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, I'm still coming back a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, sir. Things are moving fast in your affairs now. News is on the way. There will be steady growth and all the cosmic help you need. You are coming to the finish line and the fruition of your goals. You have stayed the course and reached the end of this part of the journey. Your efforts will now be completed as messages are exchanged, action is taken, proposals are made and accepted, and mutual settlements will be reached. Any obstacle that you're experiencing can be transformed or resolved now if you communicate directly, for you have found your focus and have the ability to express your energies creatively. Your goals are within your grasp, and new concepts will bring excellent results. Get your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm attracts those who can and will help you. You cherish your freedom of speech and personal expression. Seek to unify all your opposite traits and skills into a harmonious whole. Wow, that one's huge. Establish Establish and affirm the vision of perfect harmony. Find your personal genius and inspire, relax, and heal others. Mwah! Yes. All right, Jilly. No worries, man. Jilly, focus hard. I know. It'll get better. Words of wisdom for my friend Jilly. Words of wisdom for my friend Jilly. Words of wisdom for my friend Jilly. Number 60. Angel of intellectual reparation. I like that angel too. Yeah, there you go. Much better printing job on the new deck. You blow that up a little bit more, my brother? I'm old, man. Yeah, perfect. You let your emotions fly the second you feel them without a moment to contemplate the consequences. Emotional excess. Now the energy has been released. Your cards are played. Begin to organize your life and gain some stability. Balance your emotions with your mind and spirit. Allow yourself to experience generosity and freedom as you begin to give your life some structure. Honor your inner and outer limits now, not the show. Outer limit, never mind. Using the material as an illusion for security is is a false methodology. Sorry, let me read that again. Using the material as an illusion for security is a false methodology. Once you have become balanced and stable within yourself, having found the security within, you will no longer need to hold on to anything in the material world. You will recognize that when you are confronted with loss or obstacles, you need only establish new plans and have them ready. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so we're kind of coming to the end. If anyone else has a last minute one, I'll be happy to do it before we shut everything down. I would just love to ask everyone to, as usual, like and subscribe, which I'm sure you already have. If you have anybody you could like share it with, that would be super great. Comments down below are actually really helping a lot. So anything you can say, help us. We need to get a button in this. This thing. Okay. Like, subscribe. Okay, I think until next week, we are done for this evening. And let me just double check and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, looks all good. You're very welcome, Jen, and my pleasure. Okay, let's close down our sacred space, say goodbye, and until next week, I look forward to our weekly practice, and we'll have some new goodies. We're going to talk about sigils next week. All right. With joy and gratitude, we thank you for the most amazing evening, for the secrets you shared, the love you brought, and just the joy of getting to commune in the purity of your energy. We ask everyone to go home to where they belong, safely and with joy. We close down this space until next week with joy, gratitude, and a wish for bliss to the source. Thank you.